This breaking news update now at noon. The explosion, the firefight, and now the aftermath still unfolding at the scene of a propane blast in Tavares. Breaking right now, that area back under a voluntary evacuation order because of a leaking propane tank. The Blue Rhino propane plant is in Tavares, about 30 miles northwest of Orlando in Lake County. This is where they refurbish and refill thousands of barbecue grill propane tanks. Our Laura Harris has been at what emergency responders now are calling ground zero all morning and joins us live with the very latest.
Well, first things first, Dan, I want to let all of our viewers know we are the only Tampa station giving you this kind of vantage point. The closest ones here, as you can see, that plant right behind me. And I want to go ahead and step out of your picture so you can see this. In the last 20 minutes, we've heard that emergency sprinkler you see spraying over those 33,000-pound propane tanks is doing so because one of them is now leaking.
The newspapers are it's just another airplane.
This amateur video captured the sights and sounds of the massive explosions at the Blue Rhino plant just before 11 o'clock on Monday night. People in nearby neighborhoods forced to evacuate for hours, describing what they experienced just minutes after the fireball lit up the night sky.
Complete panic mode. They were very frantic. Didn't know what to do but just leave.
Daylight revealing what the night kept covered. Thousands of these 20-gallon propane tanks in giant piles, some charred beyond recognition, some blown to pieces. A tractor-trailer rig barely recognizable. Cars in the parking lot of the building melted by the intense heat from those flames. Flames firefighters were still battling nearly 7 hours after that blast. As for what caused the initial explosion, Tavares Fire Chief Richard Keith says it could have been mechanical or human error.
They were doing their job, 24 employees on the site. Thank goodness, as far as we know, there were some serious injuries, but it could have been a lot worse.
A lot worse indeed. These 33,000-pound propane tanks were miraculously unaffected by the blast. Officials on scene telling us ignition from one of those would have been devastating. In the midst of this investigation, there have been questions about safety protocol and emergency procedures in place for employees at the plant.
We've trained with them. Our department's works with them on a regular basis. They have a very safe operation, so whatever happened, and this is the outcome.
And thousands of those little propane tanks, those 20-pound propane tanks, pieces just blown and marred everywhere around us. I mean, the building that is right in front of me has pieces of those propane tanks sticking in the roof right now. Even a fourth of a mile down the road, you could still see those. And then right next to my feet right here, another one of those charred propane tanks. And they've been using these little orange flags to mark everywhere they find them. They've been finding them all over this morning. We will continue to follow this story for you on abcactionnews.com as well as throughout the evening at 5, 6, and 11 and bring you the very latest. For now, we are live in Tavares. Laura Harris, ABC Action News.
And as Laura mentioned, you can get continuing coverage of this developing story right now on abcactionnews.com. We have photos, raw video from the scene, plus we'll carry any news conferences and updates from investigators on ABC Action News Now. That's on our mobile app.
Meanwhile, we are tracking the latest developments right now in another explosion in Philadelphia. Inspectors are trying to figure out what caused a natural gas line to explode yesterday, leveling a row house.